Libra, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading for the year 2023. We've done a collective reading on that, and you might want to have a look at that because it'll probably play into, and it's been playing into a lot of the readings that I've been doing for everybody else for 2023. There's loads going on this channel as well, so you're really going to want to subscribe and click that bell because the Christmas period and next year is going to be phenomenal. I'm really looking forward to it. So let's just get straight in here. Here is your overall energies. Here is the karmic path for your relationship side. Here's the karmic path for your financial side. These are the first 3 months, January through to March, April through to June, July through to September, October through to December. We'll be doing a few clarifications at the end of the video for any cards that need a bit more sort of insight. We will also be getting a reading from the ley line, from the energy of the earth, because I happen to be sitting on one and it is absolutely fantastic. It's so great to sit on the ley line and live on the ley line. It's absolutely brilliant. I do enjoy it. And it always seems to have come up in my life. Anyway, I'll stop with jibber jabbering. Let's get straight on in here. Let's see what your overall energy is for this coming year. There's a certain stability which has been, that hasn't been within your life for some time. And this stability is almost like a foundation, and there's parts of it which you've got complete enough freedom, and that's going to allow you to shine like no tomorrow. I think you're going to surprise a lot of people because of that security and that stability underneath. All of a sudden you can really play on the winds. You can be that swallow that just diving all over the place and just flying and beautifully, because you've got that foundation in place and you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, it's a definite ascension year for you. I think this is a realization. I think this year is going to be amazing. I think you're going to bring to the surface finally, or you're going to bring to the surface your raison d'etre in your life, and it's going to be so satisfying for you. A little bit confusing for some, for certain people that might be around you and the world that is around you, because it's like all of a sudden and Libra has arrived sort of scenario, and look what they can do. Wow. Sort of scenario. It's this foundation of where you are. This is what I'm talking about. This is the foundation, and this is that flighty side of you. So it is learning to sort of ascend, basically, to let go of certain cycles that you don't really need in you anymore, that you would have learned a lot from in the past. Great, you've learned it. Time to move on. Let's just see what's going on in your karmic path for your relationship side. There is a lot of happiness, but it's difficult to describe. It's like I think you can be happy if you're with someone, or if you're not with someone. I think this happiness comes from within you and what you desire out of life. And it's kind of sort of saying, it's almost as if like life has opened the gate to the secret garden and is almost sort of saying, go in, explore. And that secret garden, that beautiful garden that the gate is opening to, is like the Garden of Eden. You've got everything there that you could possibly ever want. It's just a case of kind of going, what do you want? Do you want an apple, or do you want a strawberry? Obviously, apple has certain connotations with the Garden of Eden, but I'll let you draw your own conclusions on that. But I think it's a year of learning to be that kid and letting yourself go. there is a call to a mission. It is, they're opening this gate to this new garden. There is this call to mission, this realization of your finding out your raison d'etre. Yes, I said it earlier on there. It's definitely coming back here. This is your karmic mission on your relationship side. I think you might have been really too hard on yourself in the past, and you just got to cut yourself a bit of slack, basically. Let's just see what's going on in the first 3 months. So this is the first 3 months. So this is your this is your spring period, January through to March. This is a spring period for you energetically, and there is certain things that are working, other things that you may feel like you're disappointed with. It's just seeing what works, basically. I think it's realizations. It's giving you a kind of like, I think, in certain relationships, and this could be with family, friends, community, sort of partners, whatever. It's just a case of realizing, what you're harmonious with, what you like. It's good to try things in the garden, and you're going to realize that you like strawberries, or you like bananas, or you like, cabbages. But it's that sort of realization, and it's going to fill you with satisfaction. So you're going to be able to let go of any relationships that naturally just fizzle out without having to end them in a way. There's a real smooth transition going on here from one state to another. It is going from the outside into the garden, basically. Let's just see what's going on in the next 3 months after that. So this is July through to September. No, this is July through to September. Sorry, April through to June. This is why I couldn't work it out, because it didn't work out to the seasons for you. This is your summer season. Because there's sort of love coming into this, and it's like an offering of your heart, basically. I think you're offering it up rather than the offering is coming from others. And this is what I'm saying, sort of your happiness comes from within you. Yeah, I think this comes out of the security of realizing of your karmic mission, of where you're going, the stability of your emotions as you go forward. It creates a very strong position, that position of the judgment card, of going through something. And this is the moment of judgment upon yourself rather than the outside world. And as you judge upon yourself, that's when you're going to set yourself free to move forward. Really nice period there. I think it's you offering out your heart, basically. Let's just see what's going on in July through to September. So this is your autumn period leading up to your birthday season. And this is where we normally sort things out. We look over the last year, see what we'd like to continue, what we'd like to stop, what we'd like to start all new and everything like that. What sort of emotions we want to do. And so for you, it's in this period here. I think you're going to settle down here. I think if you're in a couple in a long-term relationship and it has been a little bit difficult, I think you're going to find an even keel. I think this is where this payment comes back from the King of Cups, and it's going to allow you to process a lot of things that you've lived up to this point, to decide what you want to do and how you want to go forward. I think it's a very warm period. Very loving period. I think it's you're seeing these boats coming and going. It's providing a lot of input into your life and a lot of export into your life, so you can give out as much as you can receive, but without actually having to work much or push it or go looking for it. You don't have to go on an adventure, or you don't have to go on a pathway to find it. It's there around you at that. It's a beautiful, and I think this is that what's it called? Evolution. No, the ascension moment of you. I think here is the big realization. Here is my happiness is very important, and with that realization brings around that ascension moment, and it sets you free. I think you're going to be set free during July through to September. It's set free within yourself, and that's going to allow you to offer that heart up. It's going to be really nice, I think. Very beautiful, very warm is the best way to describe it. Very warm and loving. Let's just see what it's like September through to December. Now, this is your winter period. This is putting into action the clarifications which you've gone through in the previous 3 months. Passing over, acting upon your decisions. I want to say marriage, because there seems to be like a ball gown or a marriage, dress or attire or suit. It's. I think there's almost a commitment here to a future. And out comes the devil. I think so. The devil is all about, he's a light bearer, so they're bringing forth the light, and this may be coming from the outside. So it could be, the devil is a Capricorn card, so it could be an earth sign, and it leads up to their, to their birthday season as well. But I think this is more of a case of, the devil also is about sort of obsessing, sort of addictive, and there is a certain element that I think you need to be aware of, that don't put all your eggs in somebody else's basket. Forget about putting them in one basket. Don't put them in other people's baskets. Have several baskets. If I was you, I'm not sort of saying have several lovers and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is making sure you have enough trust in yourself to be the broody hen that makes those eggs hatch. And I would trust in your partner. I think that's what comes through here. There's a big deal of realization of trust. Something that you obsessed over in the past will be given over, because you will see the light, because you would have had that ascension moment. It's calling you toward that light. It's not the devil calling you, but it's the devil showing you the light in order for you to have that ascension moment and realize how, where you might have been detrimental to yourself in the past. And it's, as I say, it's there's nothing but warmth, happiness, and joy. There's a lot of ideas as well that comes from this. A lot of childish activity. It's almost like reliving love again. You got your second bite of the apple. Oh, we get back to that apple again in the Garden of Eden. So you get a second bite of the apple, and then we've got the devil as well. So maybe that goes well with it. You got the second bite of the apple. Let's just have it at that. Let's just see what's going on your financial sort of side. Here you have your karmic mission for your energies, for your business, job, or career path, or projects. This is a solid continual growth sort of thing throughout the year. It has spurts. It has moments of really stepping up, but there's definite growth. There's Wheel of Fortune. I think this is it. I think this comes into the idea that you found your mission. And this year here, your karmic path is to accept that change of fortune, to accept that success. It's difficult sometimes for people to accept being successful, and I think you've got to accept that. It's part of your karmic mission in regards to your job, your business, or your projects. It's being successful, and it starts by the realization within you that it's okay to be successful. There is a lot of pressure that comes along with it as well. A lot of peer pressure, a lot of pressure from social and society, but also from financial and responsibility and stuff like that. Let's just see what's going on in the first 3 months here. So this is January, February, March. This seems to be the big spike. I think this is the it's like a OMG moment. It's like something that really works and really takes, basically. It is an oh my god, it is falling in love with what you do. You may be getting this job, you may be getting this promotion, this start of this business, this evolution of this business. And this is what I'm saying, is that you are going to arrive here, and that's what's building in that security here. I think you're going to arrive, and I think you're going to surprise a lot of people that kind of going, oh my god, sort of scenario. There's a spurt of growth. I'd like to clarify that to see what that's about. But anyway, we'll clarify that at the end. Let's just see what's going on between April and June. This is April and June. So this is your summer months coming through here. And it's almost as if like you found this even keel. It's like you found this rhythm. And this is where you get the steady growth. This is a spurt of growth in your activities in regards to your job, business and stuff like that. And here is much more sort of steady, consistent growth, like a long slow climb, but gradually going up, rather than just taking the escalator or the lift. It's like a rocket. And then you get to this like Jack and the Beanstalk sort of scenario where you get to the top and then you do this steady climb going up over a longer period of time. But it's definite growth. It's built out security and judgment. You know where you're going. There's looks like a real blistering year for you. That is that foundation that comes out in that beginning part, that judgment card. Really nice, being able to see every angle. And you're going to enjoy that, because that's where that floating and flying around, because you've got that foundation, you can go out as a bird and collect those fruits from all over the place, or collect that information or that knowledge from all over the place. And it's going to feed all of your career path, your business and stuff like that. It's going to, I think you're going to surprise yourself as well, as much as everybody else. Let's just see what's going on from July through to September. Now, this is your autumn period. This is the same thing here. And I was saying things are coming in for you. There is a big spurt at the end of the month. So in September period, this is where you might get things just kick off. It's like having early snow. If you work in the ski resort and snow happens, you get abundance of snow like 4 or 5 weeks before the season opens. You can get some skiing in when there's nobody else around. And I think this is very similar to here. You're getting a lot of things sorted out in the beginning part of it, and then all of a sudden there's a big spurt, like another spurt like that coming on, and that is it. You've made it. The king is sitting there. He's providing not only for himself but for everybody that is around it. It's built upon knowledge and understanding. This is built upon judgment, and the finances that are coming through there is you're going to be able to sort yourself out and everybody else that is around you. And I think that's going to be the surprising part for a lot of people. Absolutely blistering year for you, I think. Really blistering. Amazing. Let's just see what's going on in the last 3 months. So this is October through to December. This is where, this is strange. There's a lot of diversification going on here. So this is where the bird is going out collecting all the fruits. And as he's bringing the fruits back, as you bring the fruits back to you, then all of a sudden there's a lot more different types of trees growing in your garden because you're bringing fruits from elsewhere. So it's branching out. It's branching out. It's planning. It's moving. It's voyaging. It is traveling, I think, as well. And there's a lot of that going on there. Moving forward and planning for the next stage of this call to mission and this change of this change of fortune, and it's built upon this sort of foundation which seems to have been set here in the early stages of this year, or the early stages of 2023. And I think it's going to be a lot more successful than you think. It's going to be mind-blowing, actually, your year. I think it's a really beautiful year in all the sense of beauty. Yeah, really nice. I do want to clarify that that lovers there. Where does what's that coming from? So for Nine of Cups, and then that's coming from seeing those fruits, getting already the results, and I think that's that spike of that first wave of ripe fruit that's coming through from previous years of previous work that you've done that people might have sort of said, nah, they're never going to make it, and then you get onto the Page of Swords. So then you're off and running those big ideas that I was talking about, those lofty ideas, and that plays into that sort of scenario there. It's going to build the foundation so you can actually have that ascension moment. You can take to the wind like a bird, free as anything. I just want to have a look at this mission here as well, because and see what's going on there on that Knight of Cups. Where's that coming from? Yeah, I think this is from... So I think you've closed yourself off in an avenue of a perception of how life should be, or what sort of relationships you should have. And I think this perception comes... You've entrapped yourself in the past more than the world has entrapped you. And it's... The realization of that mission is going to completely free you up. Let's just see where it's going to. Ace of Wands, a passionate, forward, victorious and fruitful, it's offering not just the olive branch, but it is peace with yourself. I think harmony with yourself. I think that's what it is. But it's also offering up a branch can be what do you call it when you put a branch on another tree? I've forgotten what the word of it is now, but it gives you the possibility of growth and future, and it's the starting of that. And I think that's that bringing that mission into that realization that you have it's all about you, and you can play out in the world, and it's trusting the future. It's trusting that little branch to be put onto another tree. I still can't think of the word. Put onto another tree put onto another tree. It's trusting that branch will then bring you fruit, basically. And I think that's what your mission's all about. So very beautiful reading for you, Libra. Really, really nice reading for you. We're sitting on a ley line, so we're going to get that mission from the ley line, that message from the ley line. We do have the 2023 collective reading out on this channel as well, which you might want to go and have a look at. We've also got the solstice reading coming out this weekend, the collective on Sunday, and your individual one, I think, on the Wednesday after that. We also have your weeklies on the Saturday coming out. There's loads of things happening over Christmas. There's going to be major changes on this channel of the presentation of how we do things, trying to help people understand the Astroflower a lot more. But we have a new way of doing readings, which we have been developing collectively here at the Astroflower, and it is mind-blowing. It really is mind-blowing. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great fun to try it out and play and see how it goes and see how it fits with everybody. It brings it back to my energy work and stuff like that. It's amazing anyway. So yeah, you want to be subscribed and clicking that bell so you get the notifications for those sort of things. Let's just see what's going on with that earth energy there. There we go. We got the connection there. So what's the message for Libra from the earth's energy? We're on a female line here. So Take to your wings, my child. Fly, my child. Let your aspirations be your guide. That's what it seems like. It's really the message from the earth is that part of the ascension. It's let go and fly. That's what it seems like. It's really beautiful. Very, very. It sums up this reading in a way. The message that comes through from it seems to be very warm and loving, basically. So there you go, Libra. That is your 2023 reading. Yeah, thank you very much for being here with us and supporting this channel. It's been absolutely blistering this year. I really do appreciate it. In the meantime, it's only left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.